Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's your boy 3LA, and welcome to Boss Rush Island 3. We're going to start off with a 3-1-0 Monkey Ace on Wing Monkey targeting, and then we're going to be placing down our free Engineer Monkey. You just want to put this guy in the top left corner so that later when we get it to a balloon trap, it'll be putting it right at the entrance, and make sure to use Azili as your hero. We're going to be getting up a second fighter plane as the next tower, although I do believe that getting up the Operation Dartstorm upgrade and then getting the second fighter plane would do the exact same thing. This is just kind of my preference, especially against Lych, because sometimes the darts will be able to take out the Moabs before the missiles have to, which is a little bit better. But anyways, once we get up 2 of these 3-1-0 fighter planes, we can start saving up for an Operation Dartstorm. We're going to be upgrading both of these guys before we get anything else for defense, as Operation Dartstorms are able to deal very good boss damage while also dealing some very good balloon cleanup damage, so we pretty much don't have to do anything. Very lovely. The fact that they're on Wing Monkey allows us to just kind of leave them up the whole game. They'll be helping out the entire time and never have to be sold, which is why I prefer doing this over using something like Spike Factories at the start. Now we're going to get up the balloon trap, and I place down a monkey farmer. You don't see the farmer because I have the Grim Reaper skin, but it's there, believe me. It's just it kind of blends in right now, and I didn't realize that until it was too late. Now we're going to get a Spike Factory. You can just put it on automatic targeting and then get the cross path on the balloon trap. You want to get the top cross path so it'll lay out traps faster, and then go for a second Spike Factory. All of them are going to be on automatic because, quite frankly, I'm too lazy to target them, and also against Lych specifically, when we have a balloon trap to be cleaning things up, you don't really need to be targeting it, it'll be okay. Pop 20, you're going to see the Operation Dartstorms able to clean up things nicely, and then we're going to go for a second balloon trap. Also place down Azili, your hero. She's going to be very helpful, and we're just going to place down a couple more Spike Factories. We got one more up in the top right, which makes 4, and then we needed to go for our fifth one kind of in the middle area. You can place it a little bit lower if you can't find that spot. It just has to be able to deal with a Lich Soul. And then we're going to be placing down one more Spike Factory, and around pop 30 is when we have to place down 2 Druids who are 1-3-0 on Strong. The Druids, of course, are going to be able to help clean up against the balloons and stop them from killing us. Make sure to upgrade both of your aces to the camo cross path now, as there's a bunch of camo balloons, and we'd rather be using projectiles on those compared to using our spikes on those. Upgrade all the other spikes that we placed down onto finally being Moab Shredders. I believe we have 7 of them in the top right, and then 1 more to help clean up Lich Souls. We can sell our second trap in exchange for the first one to become a big trap, and now the hard part's over with. We're done with the early game. You can sell these Druids if you want to. Ideally, you should also have set you see the bottom Spike Factory, not the one I just placed, but the one my mouse is hovering near. You should set target as far low to the track as you could, so that round 40 wasn't that scary. However, I've never died to it, so maybe this is consistent, but I'd recommend putting that guy on set target, bottom right hand corner. I hope that kind of makes sense. But once the round 40 is over, we can upgrade it to a Carpet of Spikes and put it back on automatic targeting. And personally, I like to tech bot the Carpet of Spikes because I can't focus on multiple abilities at once. You can see I'm not even using the Azili regen thing, anti-regrow stuff, which I really should be, but hey, that's whatever. We can get up an Overclock and then also get up a 2-4-0 Rocket Storm. The Overclock, you're just going to set the Cleansing Foam to be on the trap, so that the trap can make more money from the camo balloons. You know, there's some camo ceramics and stuff that we'll be able to get more money out of. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and use code YOBOY, that's YOBOY, in the BTD6 store. And then target your Carpet of Spikes so that it can be hitting Lich specifically. Automatic targeting, it does great until the boss is a little bit out of range, and then it just kind of goes haywire. So for this little part here, we're going to have to actually be targeting Carpet of Spikes. And you see I finally get the Overclock that I told you all to get up a while ago. Now if you got the Overclock up a while before I did, then you can just simply overclock the Carpet of Spikes. You can do that once before you do the MAD, and the timing works out perfectly fine. I've done some runs later that I do that with, and it all works out just a lot better. Once you get $65,000, you wait for the Lich to do the big green ability thing, and then you overclock the MAD and use the MAD ability. Lich is a kind of annoying boss in Boss Rush because it, one, takes away all of your abilities, but also, more importantly, it'll be nerfing your sell value. That's why we cannot afford a Paragon, and why we're not placing as many towers, why we keep these aces around even though they do like nothing compared to a Mad. It's just because you can't really get a lot of money out of it. You get a third of the money back, which is just completely trash. Why would anyone choose to sell something when you could just not, and you'll basically have the same amount of money? It's kind of ridiculous. I'm going to speed things up here to 3 times speed, as well. This is pretty boring endgame here. Pretty much all we're going to do is get down a 402 Spike Factory, and then move our other Spike Factory back to automatic targeting, and pretty much all you do is just use the overclock mat ability. Eventually we're going to also get up the top path to your 5 Spike Factory named Spike Mines. But yeah, pretty much you wait for the green flash, use the overclock, use the mat ability. I hope that kind of makes sense. Just really watch, I'd say, my first one because it's not sped up and you'll kind of understand it. But Lych does the massive green flash every couple of seconds like it just did, and then you can use the overclock and mat ability and stuff, and everything's good. So you can see the big flash, overclock, mat ability, and then target the mat upwards so it can take out all the skulls early. I hope I mentioned that earlier. I don't think I did though, but just make sure you're targeting your mat so that things are a little bit faster. It'll get you an extra skull or two. Really, everything past 80 skulls is like, well, no, not 80, but everything past 90 skulls is kind of optional. What I'd recommend you do instead of buying the Spectre is to buy a Bomb Blitz, because that'll be more crucial for saving your life. However, it does have anti-synergy with Azili, because then the totem will set off the Bomb Blitz when you really want the Bomb Blitz to save your life. So it's kind of a mixed bag. You lose the ability to use your totem properly. You can see I get a support Chinook so that we can move the super mines to the end as needed. And you can see here things are getting very close to exiting, which is super scary. And the Flying Fortress is going to mostly be able to stop that, and that's also why we're spamming down as many 204 MOA presses as I can, is to just stop things from leaking. But I'd really recommend the Bomb Blitz, because you can see I died anyways, it didn't matter. I wasn't able to get to a solid 95 pops though, so that's pretty good. If this guide helped you out, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Peace out, bye. Oh, also, join the Discord if you want to join a bigger team, a better team, or if you just want to promote your own team. It's the Boss Rush Discord. We have all the world records on there. We got a lot of stuff. You should join. Come on.